to like.
I feel like I am my number one marketing tool in my business. And I feel like a lot of people support my brand because of me, because of Luna. And I feel like, you know, I have to show them that behind Gabriela Lunna, there is a regular girl, wakes up every day, goes to work, figures it out, whether she doesn't know how to do it, but she's going to figure it out. She's still going to live her life. She's still going to go to that party. She's going to wake up early the next day and go to work. I'm going to be there for my family. It's just like, that's what I want to show.
Oh my gracious.
Even back in high school, Jennifer inspired more than...
Cambié la imagen por vender discos.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga.
I couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm like, no, this is the show I want to bring back.
Right.
And then last year, Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th, we launched. So we're going to make a year.
It's been nonstop.
Yeah.
I love that. I've been following you for like 5 months, and I was like, wow. And then I had, what's her name, come in, and I made her a piece. We were talking about her on the phone.
Chachi?
No.
Jahaira.
Jahaira. And she was like, I know her.
Yeah.
I know her, and I'm like, oh my God, I would love if she invited me over. And boom.
That's so funny.
Here we
Manifestation. I hope we're rolling, right? You're getting
I love this.
Okay, I'm like, I hope we're rolling.
Yeah, no, and it was just like, I cannot believe, I followed the page, I love the content, and then you reached out. I was like, look at God, manifestation. I love that.
Because we had a conversation offline, and Jahaira was the first, it was Jahaira and Chachi. They're like, you gotta get Luna. And I'm like, all right. But I remember you designed something for Chachi, and Chachi, which shout out to Chachi, because she always tags.
Yeah,
I love people that will give you the props.
Yeah, that, you know, because it's collectively we're all putting in the work.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like it's such a big platform out there. It's just so good to help and the recognition, like you said, you know.
Yeah.
So always from the day one, I remember the first time I worked with Chachi, it was for a video that she was shooting, and the video was at Arca, which is it was a club lounge, Arca. And I was so nervous when I met her, but right away, the minute I met her, it was just instantly like, it felt like home, like she was very, very sweet. So since then, and we're talking about like, that's 2018. So we've been working for a while now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Together.
Most of your clients, like you have like, once you get them,
that's one thing.
They're loyal.
My clientele is returning clients. I'll go through all the milestones with them. It'll be a prom girl, then she comes back and her 21st birthday.
Oh, so you're growing with them.
Yeah, no. Prom, then comes back for 21st birthday, comes back pregnant, and we're now doing maternity gown.
Oh my God.
Her baby's first dress, you know, if it's a girl, you know, like the baby for el primer año.
Yeah.
Or if she gets married. So I'm all down the milestones, you know, like, and it's always like that. I have clients that or recommend, and they'll bring their entire family over, and it's always like, I love them.
So you go through the whole journey with them, and now we're gonna go through this journey with you.
Yeah.
Gabriela Lunna on Growing Up Latina. Yo, this was really manifested, by the way.
It was.
Because I saw the follow, and I was like, ooh. I said, I'm gonna follow back. And then I slid, even though your page says no DMs, I'm like, I'm not listening to that. I'm DMing her. I DM'd you.
Absolutely.
I emailed you. I'm like, hello, I need you on the show.
Yeah.
I need you on the show. So thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
For coming on.
Like I said, it was all manifestation, because I low-key wanted to be sitting here today.
And you said this is your first podcast interview.
First, yeah. You're popping the cherry.
Cheers to that.
Salud.
Salud. Yes.
Yeah, no.
So first podcast interview.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do not tell me nervous. I don't want to hear it.
No.
No, but seriously, how do you feel?
It's going away. I'm excited. I can't wait for the questions. Can't wait for the answers too.
Right.
What's gonna come out of my mouth. But I'm very excited. And I am supporting all that you are providing and giving out there to this platform. So I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, I'm living for the fashion.
Thank you.
We got on the phone and I said, give fashion. I said, I'm not even worried about you. I don't even know why I'm telling her this because you always give fashion.
So what I'm wearing today is my Aria's corset. These are the croc corsets that have gone viral.
Oh my God.
I've sold over 300 and counting, and this is, what I did is that I remixed this corset and I added this chiffon sleeve to give it a little bit more drama.
Yes.
Because we got to be extra. Latinas are extra. Hello. So we made this yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I was like, I got to give Alyi look. I got to give looks.
Oh
so
my
yeah, this
God.
was made yesterday. The idea came up yesterday. So yeah.
Wow. So let's talk about how you got started. Let's start there.
Okay.
What was young Gabi like? Tell me.
Young Gabi, siempre metí en todo. Siempre. My parents, growing up, my parents raised me to be very outspoken. Not to, fear anything, speak my mind. So growing up, I was the young kid that would come into a room. I would greet you properly. My mom taught me, se dice hola, whether you handshake, abrazo, beso, and y te sienta ahí, y no te mueva, and it was always like that. So as I grow older, and I'm becoming an adult now, that's why I get when you walk into a room, you feel in that room, because that's how my parents raised me. My mom was very much like, siempre se saluda, siempre esto. Growing up with her as well, she's a seamstress. So this comes from grandma. My grandmother taught my mother taught me. So it's a generation, 3 generations later, yeah.
Wow. So you would actually sit with her and
So I grew up with a sewing machine, sewing room, always in our apartment. My mom learned how to sew, funny story, because my grandmother was the seamstress of our town in DR.
Nice.
And every school year, my mom didn't have her uniform done because my grandmother was so busy sewing for everyone else that she didn't have the time to sew. My mom was like, no, I'm tired and I'm going to learn how to sew. My mom learned how to sew when she was 9 years old.
Wow.
And so I grew up in the environment. I would go to work with my mom. She would take me to work on weekends. She worked for this Japanese designer, and I remember my childhood memories is just me sleeping on the pile of fabrics or learning how to draw. While my mom was working, her boss would take me into a little room and teach me how to make the Hello Kitty character all that. So it's been around. I've been living this my entire life. I've been in the business since I was a kid.
Now, do you have brothers and sisters? What does that dynamic look like for you?
I do. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, but they are much older than me. There's a huge age gap. When I was born, my oldest brother, he was 20. So it was 20, 19, 17, 15 years old.
Okay.
So my parents had me 15 years later. And so growing up with them, I felt like an only child because of the age difference. No, I grew up with my nieces and nephew. I have 100 nieces. No, I'm kidding. No. I have 18 nieces and nephew.
What?
I know.
What?
And I have one niece that I'm only a year older. And then I have 3 nieces that I'm only 4 years older than them. So growing up with them, they were like my cousins. Okay. I'm like the cool. I'm the cool.
Right.
I'm the cool young aunt.
Yeah.
They don't call me tia because it felt like they were my cousins growing up. So growing up with my brothers and sisters, it felt more like a parent figure with them. And now is that I can actually have conversations with them, and I think now is that they take me a little bit more serious. Yeah. Because yo era la bebé, so they was like, my brother would take me to his house with his wife on the weekends, and
Nice.
you know, like that's how it was. Like I was like their child growing up.
What are some of the memories that you can remember from the sala? What are the sala memories like?
Sala vibes.
Yeah.
It's always a sala vibe
It's
with
always a
Latinos.
sala, yeah.
My living room. I can picture. I remember my father. Every Saturday, it was his day to like unwind. So, su traguito, se sentaba al lado de la ventana, and he loves his bachatas, Raulín, Anthony Santo.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and then I remember my nieces and nephew running around down the hallway. You know, those long hallways in our pre-war style apartment.
Yeah.
And it was like that every single Saturday. My entire family would come over, and it's just my dad. I picture him like dancing, se para, baila, and he's very expressive when he drinks. He'll tell me, "Yo te adoro, tú eres el amor de mi vida." Like, and growing up, I heard that all my life, you know, from my father. My father has always been very expressive with me on how much he loves me. I love him.
So you was a daddy's girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And then your mom, was she
I have
like
a great
the-
relationship with my parents.
Yeah. Was your mom, like, who was the stronger?
My mother.
Your mom, she was strict?
No, strict, no. But she's the breadwinner there.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was the one that had everything under control. But my parents, considering their age at the time they had me, I like to say they were old parents with with modern mentality. So they were very understanding, being that, you know, like my mom had me when she was 38. So growing up, it was always like, it felt like when she would take me to school, it felt that she was like grandma. She gave grandma vibes.
Really?
Yeah. And my friends would be like, "Is that your grandma?" And I'd be like, "No, that's my mom."
Oh,
Because
my God.
era
Yeah.
estaba más, ¿sabe?
Yeah.
But no, they were pretty cool.
That's
They
so
allowed me to
interesting.
I had
though.
house party ones in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were super cool. They bought the pizza. They would chill in the living room. I mean, the kitchen.
So you were allowed to have your friends over?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
I wish I would grew up in your household.
And I feel like you need balance.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like we had rules, and there were certain things that I needed to follow. I remember when they first got me a phone. I had a Nextel, and they bought me that A60 with the little button on the
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
and the first Nextel with the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was wow. So that first phone, the right away conditions were, you pick up that phone call. I don't care how many times I'm calling, you're gonna pick up the phone.
That's right.
And I didn't want to lose my privileges of being out or having a good time or staying out late. So if I had to pick up that phone 12 times, then 12 times
were
I would
doing it.
step out or step to the side and
Yeah.
answer the phone. And that's why I felt like we had that confianza, a lot of trust. My mom used to talk to me like una adulta.
Yeah.
And when I first wanted to have a boyfriend, same thing.
Really?
I sat down and I was like, "Ma, I like a boy, and
I love that.
I think that's my boyfriend." And she was like, "Okay, bring him over."
I love that.
Brought him over on a Saturday.
To the sala.
Yeah, to the sala. My dad
sala.
was drinking. And because my dad is very reserved.
You're right.
He's a Virgo.
Okay.
Very quiet.
Uh-huh.
Pero cuando bebe, se le
Like a
sale.
whole different side.
Yeah, happy.
He's a social
un te
butterfly.
quiero, un te adoro, and hugging
Yeah.
everybody. So I was like, no, you got to come on a Saturday. That's when I got to bring you to the
Yeah.
house on a Saturday, because that's when I'm going to get it. It's going to
That's
be
right.
right. And
That's funny.
it's so funny because my parents were cool about me having a boyfriend. I was 16, and my brothers were freaking out.
Really?
They were so mad. I remember one of them went inside the room and called the other, and it was like, "Can you believe que Gabriela tiene un novio?"
Oh my God.
And I heard him on the other side of the door.
God.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, no,
so
it was
funny.
pretty cool.
Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Washington Heights.
Okay. Now, were you born
I
here
was-
in New York?
Yes, I was
Okay.
born in New York, born and raised in Washington Heights.
Parents are both Dominicans?
Both my parents are Dominican. My mom came first to the country, and then she brought my siblings and my father, and yeah.
So for work, what would your mom and dad do?
So my mom, like I mentioned, she was a seamstress her whole life. So she worked for different companies, worked for a company called Maggie London, which is where Oscar de la Renta would take all his patterns for all his collections would be made.
Love that.
And then my dad, he's self-employed. So my dad does like trips to the airport. Like he has his own like catering service where like he'll like move you out of like a moving company, or if you have to make a trip to the airport, etc. Yep.
So you come from that already entrepreneurial space. So you've seen it. You've seen
with no guidelines though, because I had, this is all improvised. I had to learn how to manage my business, and because we don't have that.
No, we
growing
don't.
up, we
No, we
don't.
don't.
You don't get the blueprint on how to become an entrepreneur, or the fact that my mother, she's so talented. My mom didn't even go to school for this. She was a natural born talent. When she would work at all these companies, they would tell her like, my God, like you are so good. Yeah. But there was one problem, the language barrier. And I feel like that's what didn't help her grow to the point where opening up a business, and just opening up other doors that maybe could have helped me. Right. But I'm doing that for her now, like I'm helping her. I'm continuing that talent and the legacy, like of what it's like to be born in the industry.
Now, from the moment that you first started doing this to then saying to yourself, I'm going to make this a business, because first it's a hobby. It's like, oh, I kind of like this. Oh, I like this. Oh, I'm really good at it. And then it's like, let me make this a business. What was that journey for you?
So I went to fashion school. So I have the background of like, studying fashion, but also my mother. But it all started, I always, all my life, I've always done my own clothing. Like I would go.
Even in school?
Well, yeah, in school we were learning how to sew.
No, but even before you went to fashion school, you were just
a child? Yeah, no, I was the best dressed at the kids' parties. My mom would go ham on me. Yeah. Big gowns with hats and all that. So it was like that growing up. I was really her little doll. So when I went to fashion school and I graduated, first of all, I had no money. I'm 18, 19. Right. I cannot afford. I remember back then the store that I always loved shopping was Nasty Gal.
Love Nasty Gal.
What? I love that. That was before Fashion Nova existed, Pretty Little Thing. Like,
it was that and Joyce Leslie. I love Joyce Leslie.
So I couldn't afford the dresses on the website. So I would remix and get inspired off the styles and have my mom help me make the dress. Okay. And then I'll go out, whether it was a party, a gathering at someone's house, or out, and I would get and people would notice. So they would ask me, oh my God, who made this? Where did you buy this? Yeah. And I would say, my mom made it. And so in 2012, that's when it started. My business started in 2012. And I just started making clothing for all the girls that worked in the nightlife and or going out and wearing my own things. And that's how it started 12 years ago. About to be 12 years ago.
About to be 12 years ago. So when you started, what were some of the, I guess, because we all go through challenges now when we're entrepreneurs. So what were some of the mistakes that you made in the very beginning?
Not understanding my fabrics. So trying to also, not understanding the fabric in the sense like certain designs are for certain fabrics, like certain, so that it can fit and the construction of the design can look good, the craftsmanship. Right. So that was one thing that I had to learn. Okay. How to fit it the way that it now fits on the clients. Time management.
That's a big one. Oh, talk about that. That's a really
time
big
management.
One.
Being on time. It didn't feel good having the client sitting there the day of her birthday waiting for her dress. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I had to learn how to, manage my timing. And again, with that comes discipline and also building the team. Because it was just my mother and I making these dresses, we would be overworked. We were overworking ourselves, and we wouldn't meet deadlines. But we fixed that. Right. Because down the line, I built a team. In order for you to grow, you cannot be a one-man show. That's right. You don't grow that way. You have to hand out responsibilities and each of the team members that you gather up for it to grow and
for you to scale your business
and be successful,
Yeah.
they each have to have a task, a responsibility. And then that's what I have now. Thanks to that team that I built, now we can meet deadlines and things can just flow how they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So that everyone is happy, so that the client can get the best experience possible. Because that's what I want. I mean, it's the monetary part of it, it's great.
Right.
But it's that text message that I get when the client is like, I love my dress. Or thank you so much. I felt so beautiful. I feel so beautiful. That is rewarding to me. And that's what matters.
Yeah.
From the moment you walk into my showroom, fitting, a client comes in 3 times, which is the consultation, their first fitting, and for their pickup. And all 3 visits, I want them to be perfect for her and for myself, because you learn that way,
What are some of the qualifications, would you say, in building the team? Like, what are the qualifications that you look for to build this team? Because I feel like building a team is one of the hardest things to do in business.
Yeah, you're scared. You're handing in, it's your baby. So
That's how I feel. I'm like,
and then you always feel like
this.
you do it the best.
That's
No
right.
one's going to do it like you do. But you have to teach them.
Yeah.
And so I look for team players. I need everyone to get along and to be able to work in a group. Because remember, these my seamstresses are in the sewing room 9 to 5. It's about 8 hours sewing.
Yeah.
So it's like I want them to get along. First of all, experience. Know how to do pattern, cut and sew. So that's 3 different departments when creating a dress. You first make a pattern of the design according, with the measurements, the client's measurements. Then you cut that pattern into the fabric, which is the fabric that we're going to use for the dress, and then you sew. I have all 4 of my seamstresses doing that at the same time themselves.
Yeah.
I don't have a pattern maker. They all whatever dress that they're making at the moment.
So they like all come together.
They are doing that
Right.
step by step, all in one.
Interesting.
And it's like, oh, I love them.
They're
so
so
much.
good.
Yeah.
How big is your team? Like, what does your team
I
consist
have
of right now?
6 employees.
Love it.
So all 6 seamstresses are making a dress. Each seamstress makes a dress a day. So we're pushing about 25 to 30 dresses a week.
Machine.
Yeah.
A machine.
I love that.
So if I were to go into your showroom, right? I'm your client and I'm like, okay, I really want, what do I do? Should I show you the dress I want?
So a lot of the times, they do.
Do you tell me, hey, this will fit for your body? Like, how does that work?
So remember, my brand is a custom atelier. So it's, dresses made to your body measurements. And we're bringing ideas to life, like whatever it is that you want to recreate. So a lot of the times, yes, my clients do come in with inspo photos. And a lot of them.
Yeah.
So all over the place, but the goal is to just put it all together. And I sit there, it's a 30-minute consultation, and we put it all together. And according to the designs, I'll ask you, what do you like on this dress, on the other, and then we just all put it together. And then my showroom is inside of a fabric store, fabric house.
Yeah, fabric house. Yeah.
And which Alyi, he's someone that I consider a mentor, but more like someone that has never stopped believing in me. So which we could talk about that in a few, but when the client is done with the consultation, we then go downstairs and check out the fabrics, because I'm right in the garment district. So
you take
right, they get to fabric shop, so it's a one-stop shop. Yeah.
That's dope. Okay, but I do feel like you have very signature pieces that.
Oh yeah.
Like I can see something and say, okay, Lunna did that. Like I can see that.
Yeah, I feel like I have the signature touch. You do. The waist snatching.
We love that. But we need that.
Because I know how my girls want to look. But we're very much into the details. We love an embellished piece. all my dresses are very highly detailed, and I feel like that's when the client knows, like, yeah, Luna made that.
Yeah.
You can tell the craftsmanship on the dress. It's what defines, and you can see it on, and my brand is on there. So, and the corsets too. These corsets,
Yeah, I love those corsets.
everyone can tell, and I
freaking love them.
And I remember when this fabric first came to the store, I already knew what I wanted to do with that fabric.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna make corsets with that fabric, and I never thought ever that they were gonna go viral like that. Yeah.
Who was your first customer? Like your first paying customer? Do you remember that person?
My cousins.
Really? And I was just about to ask that. Was it family?
My
Because I always
cousins.
feel like family is kind of the last to support, but in your
No.
situation, they were the first.
Yeah, they were the first.
Wow.
My cousins, Jans and Crystal. They were the first one. Jans was, working in the nightlife, and she very popular. So she was like, like, I want you to make me this dress. And everyone was asking her, where did you get it? Where did you get it? So them two, they definitely have been there from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
And now you've expanded your brand and you've worked with so many people. Tell us who are some of your clients, even though I know because I've already vetted your whole brand, but tell us who's some of your clients, which I think is pretty amazing.
So recently I've worked with Tokisha. I did a look for her. She was performing in España. I also did the looks for Rauw Alejandro's concert. I recently worked with Jailene, and I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be. We made her the look for Premios Juventud, but she couldn't attend. So, yeah, we couldn't. So she for whatever reason, I'm sure everyone knows, but like she couldn't make it to the award. So that was a moment that it was like, it's slipping out, but she's locked in with me. So we're working on other projects, but that was going to be an achievement for me. I also have my regular, which those are the ones I love most, my everyday client who it's a regular working, whether it's a 9 to 5 or works in the nightlife. Those are the clients who have been supporting since the beginning. And I have those. I've also worked with Bernice Burgos. Love her, Chachi.
Is this like word of mouth? Like how are they?
It started word of mouth, but now, they email, they reach out and get in contact, with me.
Who do you want to work with that you haven't worked with already?
J-Lo.
Oh, wait. Well,
it's fairy godmother. It's fairy godmother.
Yes. J-Lo would be fire.
Bad Bunny.
Come on.
But I love him.
Come on. Of course.
Yeah. It's people that I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like, what's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
You're my match.
What are you?
I'm a Sagittarius.
We're soulmates.
You're my match. Oh
yeah,
my
we're
God.
soulmates. I love
because I'm feeling the energy, and I'm like, first of all, everyone says like
fire signs, they get along. I love Leos too.
I love Leos.
Leo season. I'm all here for it. I love a Leo season.
Yeah. I've always heard about you that you are the life of the party. Then I hear you're so funny.
I mean,
everyone tells me she's so funny. She's fun.
You know what it is? Wait.
Where does that come from?
I think it's my father.
Really?
Those sala moments, growing up, and him, párate, vamos a bailar un ching. And, we'll dance and all that.
You love to dance.
I know.
I was weren't you at like a party or something? I saw you, Steph Kings. What was going on?
We were at my friend's birthday, Leo.
Okay.
And we went to this spot called Papa's. It's so fun. It gives Mykonos. I mean, it is a Greek restaurant, but it gave like Mykonos vibes,
And I'm watching you dance and I'm like,
yeah, no.
That's a vibe.
Can you believe I was nervous? But then it's like, I'll act like that.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, how is she nervous?
So I feel like life is short, and I know as cliche as it sounds, I just like to enjoy my moment where I'm at the moment, I love a good time. and I work so hard. So
Yeah.
I want to live my best life, you know, and it makes me feel good to give that good time to others, like, you know, be able to, like, my friend is out with me and she's having a good time. I want us to have a great time, you know, together. I don't know. I don't know where the energy comes from. That I can't tell you. I don't know
Is
where
it coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee. This is natural energy.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee. Even when I'm breaking night at work, sewing, hand sewing, all these crystals. What does it for me is a good Netflix show, and I'll let it play all night. And I don't drink coffee. It comes from I still get messages. My friends, even you know, like my right hand, she's Crystal. She manages my, you know, my business and everything, and she tells me, I don't know how you do it, girl. I could never. I wake up and I go to work the next day because I have to. But I
always see you like smiling. Like, do you ever have a bad day?
I do.
Do you ever like cry? Like, I never see you cry. I've never, by the way, ever. Like, everything that I've heard about you is she's a good time.
Because I feel
she's
like
fun. She's a girl's girl. Yeah. She chills with, like, it's like bad link up. She's always with the cuties. So, like, does anything stress you? Are you like, have you had a breakdown of any sort? And then how did you deal with it?
The problem is that I feel like social media is not for that. And as I put myself out there and a lot of people, which is reasons why they reach out to you. It's like, she's the life of the party. She's here, she's there. But you'll only see my day-to-day at work, or if I'm jamming to a Bad Bunny song. But I feel like my intimate moments are for my group chat, for my friends, for my family. You know, I don't feel like I go out there to just give you that, because it's just not the way that I am. Right. So I do have a lot of breakdowns. Yeah. I mean, I have days that I'm not okay. Yeah. But then again, I remember I only have about 24, 48 hours to regroup, because I have a business to take care of. I have, you know, my team is waiting for me to operate, you know? Yeah. But I do have breakdowns, and I had a very, very, very big loss, you know, in my life. And I break down sometimes, and I cry, and then I remember that, you know, he was also the life of the party. So I go through it, but I have a very strong foundation. My friends, my family, and those are the people that I go to when I'm going through those moments.
I wonder, because with social media, because I struggle with this, I never, even though they say you gotta be real, you gotta show the real, you can. And then, but there's so much that I don't show. And I just feel like my Instagram is for business. And there's just like this whole other side of me that I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to show that. Not because I feel like anyone would
judge you or not like it.
It's just like you don't feel comfortable. Yeah, like you don't want to
expose it.
Yeah.
Because you could be real. I mean, I try to be as transparent as I can be, you know, on my social media. And I do post a lot of things that someone else would be like, oh, you're probably posting too much. But
no, I love that you post. Like,
I feel like I am my #1 marketing tool in my business. And I feel like a lot of people support my brand because of me, because of Lunna. And I feel like, you know, I have to show them that behind Gabriela Lunna, there is a regular girl, wakes up every day, goes to work, figures it out, whether she doesn't know how to do it, but she's going to figure it out. She's still going to live her life. She's still going to go to that party. She's going to wake up early the next day and go to work. I'm going to be there for my family. It's just like, that's what I want to show. I don't think me getting myself on a camera and crying is going to help.
No. What do you feel about love and showing that?
Love.
I don't, listen, just so you know, I don't show my love life.
Yeah.
I'm in a whole relationship.
I have a friend that she's like, I'm never showing my man. Maybe if
I think I'm that friend.
Never.
I'm that friend.
She'll post his ear.
Girl, you won't even see a toe. You won't even see a toe.
And I'm like, girl, do your thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, ¿para qué? La gente a veces, I don't know.
I just feel like you know what they say, like if you, and I don't know, maybe you can agree or disagree, but when you see someone like post like their love life and then they go through like some breakup and then they want to be shy about it, and it's like, but you just posted everything,
but
and now you want to hold back
on the
like,
on
I
the
want to
bad,
know what happened.
on the
You
bad.
took us
They
through
post
the
all the
journey.
good but the bad.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I don't post at all. Might as well not post, right?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, no. I mean, yeah. If you, whatever you're
keep
comfortable
posting.
with. Yeah.
No, I feel like I rather, I enjoy, if I'm dating you, I rather enjoy you. And regardless, my family and my friends are going to know about you. It's not a secret.
Hello, they pulling up to the sala.
Yeah, it's not a secret. Like, we're going to
Yeah.
bring you around. It's just like, it's just sometimes exposing that part can just bring bad energy. And I feel like that's why I just keep that part of me private.
Yeah.
You know, and I've dated. Nobody knows who I date.
I'm that girl. I said to myself, I said, she probably thinks I'm going to ask her who she's, and I'm not.
No.
It's not my business.
I mean, I'm single, in case. No,
in case you want to slide in the DMs, that says no DMs on the Instagram page.
No DMs. I'm single. I date, you know, and but it's not anything serious right now.
Let me ask you, in terms of your work, with dating and work, because this has been like a struggle for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like a off button.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I'm constantly working. So even if I'm at a restaurant with my man, he's like, yo, put the phone down.
Oh yeah, I have a problem with my phone.
And then I'm the girl that's like posting the food. He's like, do you need to post the food? So now I have a
Instagram eats
rule.
first.
Yeah, I'm like, now if I know I'm gonna post something on social media, I won't even go with him. I'll go with someone else because I'm like, he hates that
He hates the posting.
Yeah, he hates it.
I've dated.
Like, what's that balance like for you? That work, personal.
You have to turn it off. There has to be a certain time where I don't answer phone calls. No work related, you know. But I did date this one person who said to me, you always have time for your friends and for your job.
Damn.
I know.
What did that, like, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel like there was no support, but it also made me feel like, hey, is it true? Are you only dedicating time to your job and to your friends? I mean, I always got time for my friends.
Yeah, hello.
But I feel like that also wasn't the person for me.
Mm-hmm.
So when the right person comes, you'll make time.
He wasn't a Sag.
No, he's not a Sag.
He's not. You gotta date your match, girl.
I know.
You gotta date your match.
Yeah, I know, for sure.
Really quick, going back into fashion, who would we be most surprised to find out that you worked with? Like, that we probably are not privy to. Who would we be most surprised?
So, what do you mean, like someone that I'm working with?
Someone that you're working with or have worked with that maybe we don't know just yet, or maybe it kind of passed us by.
I don't know. Can't tell you.
Like, I feel like if you made a corset for like Madonna or something.
Someone that I would be surprised.
You guys would be surprised.
That we
would be surprised.
I can't think of anyone. No.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like it's always gonna be like, wow, you know, when I do work with a client, I do have people that that I say, one day I'm gonna put that course. For example, Tokisha, I said it a year ago, I'm gonna work with her.
You have like this energy to you. It's like, I don't know. You have like this, definitely the word is manifestation, but you have something else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to feel it out. I'm not too sure what it is just yet, but there's something that's like, let me think. Goal driven for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if I'm right about any of these things. Goal driven.
You go first.
I feel like you have this energy of, if I want it, I'm gonna get it type of energy. And then I almost feel like you're not worried about the future, but you're looking into the future for whatever the next step is for you. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Right.
I'm like, am I right? Am I wrong? Like, would your younger self have imagined all of this?
No.
Really?
Because there was a point that growing up with all the tools, right? Like my mom who's being a seamstress, I didn't know, I wasn't sure when I graduated high school, fashion school, that this is what I knew and I learned, but I was like, I didn't think that I myself, remember, it was no guidance of like how to run the business. I didn't think I was going to take it this far or that I was going to work with the people that I've worked. Because it was so far, like it wasn't hands reach. So it's, but every day I wake up and it's just like, okay, I'm going to figure it out. We got to figure this out. I got to make sure that the work gets done. Again, I'm living in the moment, and that's why when you ask me who you guys would be surprised with, and it's like, I don't know, because I don't know who I'm going to work with next. It's coming. It's going to come. And remember I said this today. Today's August 4th.
Yeah.
I'm going to work with Bad Bunny one day.
And I'm going to cut this clip up when you do work with him. And send it to you.
I'm going to work with him. Yeah, I am. One day.
Why?
And that's going to be more so.
What is it about Bad Bunny that does it for you, that you feel like
it's his music and also like his aura. I feel like he has such a great aura. I don't even know him. And I'm here saying I think he has. Bad Bunny reminds me of my best friend that passed. So we had this thing where like it was our moment, to sing his songs, or when a new song came out, like, oh, did you heard that song?
Yeah.
And then I would call him and he'll like know the whole song already. And I'm like, how the hell did you learn the lyrics?
Yeah.
So I feel like Bad Bunny just reminds me of Victor. And I love that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm close to him. And again, like, I just love all the work that Bad Bunny has put into his career, like coming from how he started, I love his songs. He's dope.
He's fire.
I love him. Yeah.
How do you deal with grief? Just because in this conversation, you have brought it up, and I know it's one of the most difficult things. And one of the things that I've spoken of in my last interview, or in past interviews, was grieving someone that was still alive. Now, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's almost like my dad, right? Growing up, my dad wasn't around. So I grieved the loss of my father, even though he's still living. But he wasn't in my life. So growing up without a dad, well, I grew up with a stepfather for sure. So I had a father figure, but your biological father, like what that did to me as a young woman, as a little girl, and now an adult, it was tough. It was tough. So I wonder, like, how, and there's no right or wrong answer, right? But like, how do you deal with grief and grieving someone?
I write. I make notes on my phone of conversations that I would have had, like, or like when I'm at the moment, like if I'm breaking down, I don't need, like, it's so, because it's so hard, because grief, it just comes in waves.
Yeah.
So you don't know how you're gonna feel at the moment, It'll be a moment where I'm remembering a situation between Victor and I start laughing. But then it'll be other days that I start crying. And I just like want to be like in my bed crying all day, it's so hard. The hardest part is knowing that you're not going to speak to them ever again. That's the part that kind of makes me upset, like not being able to speak. So I'll go on my phone and listen to all the voice notes, look at the videos. It kind of gives you that, it fills in like that question, like, damn, I'm never gonna see that person again. So it like, that's the way that I grieve. I just, and it's self-inflicting, I guess, like pain.
Yeah.
But to me, it's not. Like, I just want to go back and see everything again, and hear that voice no again, because it'll make me feel better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that has been one of my greatest relationships and that I had, you know? And I never thought that it would end, because he was also the life of the party, you know? And people like that are not supposed to die, you know?
Yeah.
They're meant to like continue to be that for everyone. He was the magnet. He was the one that united everyone. He had friends, all types of friends. I don't know how the hell he got along with everybody. He got along with the geek, with everyone, like the drug dealer, the cool, the popular. Everyone loved this man. And it was like, it's not supposed to happen. How? You know? So I anywhere I go, I talk about him because I loved him so much.
Yeah. I also think it's like energy never dies. You know? So maybe he's not here in the physical form, but the energy.
Yeah, but that sucks.
Oh, girl, of course it sucks.
That sucks.
It
You know?
sucks.
I met him when I was 15, and we were and he would always tell me, Gabby, you're getting old. You're gonna be 30. And I'm like, you, like, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Like, you know, like what? So when I had my big 30th birthday party, I did a whole 60s theme. You know, I had all my friends dressed really nice. So that day I wasn't okay, because it was like we were talking about my 30th birthday, for so long. Like, I met you when you were 15. Mira tú ya, creciendo una vieja.
Yeah.
And he would tell me that. So I wasn't okay at dinner. You know, I broke down crying, and it was like, I wish you were here. And it happens. I'll go out, and sometimes you feel guilty. I don't know if that happens to you. Like,
It does.
when you're having too much fun,
And it's like,
you feel
I
like,
shouldn't.
right, like,
shouldn't have this
damn. But he wouldn't have wanted any other way, you know?
Did you often discuss your dreams with him and things that you want to see?
He used to tell me, I'm going to see you at the red carpet one day.
Did
Or he would have had a flip if he would have seen me he loved Rauw Alejandro.
Yeah.
He loved Rauw Alejandro, and Bad Bunny were his favorite artists. And so I know he would have been like, look at you. Me celebraba. Like, he'll post me. He'll be like, she's so fly. I love her. Yeah. So he would have definitely he would have been like, you see, I told you were going to do it. So, yeah.
What drives you these days? What do you get up for? What is your purpose, you feel?
I just want to make sure that my parents are okay. And that's what makes me keep going. Like, I want to make sure that that eventually down the line, I can fulfill, like, fully take care of them to the max. I want to make sure that my brand gets somewhere where down the line, it's like, look, Mom, this is all the work that we put in. She's the reason why I wake up, I put in the work, I learn. You never stop learning. You never, ever stop learning in any industry that you're in. Every day you need to learn a new technique, and it's her. Like, she's my purpose. Them.
Yeah.
But I want to do it, her. I feel like our parents come to this country, and they are, one, the language barrier. Two, right away they feel like to them it's like, we need a job, and the job is going to pay the bills. But they don't dream further down more than just having a job. To them, that's the American dream. Coming here, having a good job, being able to pay the bills. And I felt like a lot of people put fear in her head. She also had 4 kids that she had to take care of in DR. And she didn't have time to think about dreams. What are dreams? I got to take care of my kids, and I have a husband in DR, So the dreams that she probably might have thought of, like when she's in bed, she couldn't fulfill them. She once wanted to open up a store, and someone close to her told her, you can't do that. Yeah. You would never be able to bring your kids if you invest and open up a store. What? That doesn't work like that. So she's my purpose.
What is something that you fear?
Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't want to get old.
Girl, me either.
I fear wrinkles.
I did the TikTok app where you can see like your older self, and I was like, I cried. I was like,
yeah, I know. You
oh
probably
my
thought I was
God.
gonna give you some deep shit. No, I don't want to get old. I don't want to get old. When I turned 30, I was freaking out because I thought that it was, that's it. But I've never, it's really true what they say. Once you hit 30, it's like a new wave of like, you don't
Really?
care.
Really?
Yeah, like you are.
People would tell me once you hit
so,
30, it's downhill from there.
No.
That's what I grew up
Oh my
listening
God,
to. That.
I get so many. First of all, my list, I get more guys are hitting on me now than when I was in my 20s. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
no,
that for you too.
and I thought it was like, damn, I'm 30. That's it. Once you say 30, it's like, oh, maturity comes with the number. It's like,
Right,
okay,
right.
she's grown.
Right.
I feel like I'm 25 inside. Like I'm a kid still, but
Yeah.
I don't want to age. I don't fear death, but I don't want to get old.
Really? I fear that.
You do? Death?
Mm-hmm.
I fear more being alive and watching all my loved ones go. I don't want to stay. I don't want to be the last one standing. I'd rather go.
You know, it's
go
so
with them.
crazy. Like growing up, to this day, I sleep with my light on. Till this day, I do not sleep in the dark at all. And my mother would be so pissed at me. And she's like, turn the light off. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I was like, I don't want to see dead people. She's like, dead people. She's like, girl, I'm not scared of nobody that's dead. I'm scared of the people that are alive that can actually do something to me. And that concept, I was like, yeah, that's true. But
Parents, they always say that. You should fear the living, not
but
the
I was always like, I don't want to see dead people.
No, yeah, I don't fear death. I just don't want to get old. But hey, technology, new techniques are
With AI.
yeah. No, facelift.
With facelift.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that old lady. I'm gonna be old and fabulous.
I love that. I always say that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, if I gotta get a facelift,
Yeah,
I'm
do
for
what
the
you gotta
facelift.
do, yeah, to look great because we idolize all these women on all the famous, beautiful women that are getting work done. And why can't we? Like you are. It's just a matter of like taking care of yourself and doing things gracefully. Like keep your face where I can recognize you.
Absolutely.
Right? But get the work done. It's fine. You got to help out, your age with time. You got to help it out a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
What's your views on Latinos in the fashion industry and the space that we take up? I don't feel like there's a lot of us, to be honest. But
no. I feel like the reason why is because I feel like it's the work that they put in that is not being recognized, Like
wait, what do you?
For example, like I feel like a Latino designer would be last on the list to be looked at with these A-listers,
Right.
Right. So it's like, and also who they cater to the demographics, But I also feel like because of social media and the platform, now is that we're starting to have our own voice. And now is that the work is, before it wasn't, I mean, one of the greatest, Oscar de la Renta, Carolina Herrera.
Yeah.
Pero tuvieron que, sabe, es mucho que tuvieron que trabajar so that they can get that recognition like any other, fashion house, So that's what I think it is. It's just like now with social media is that we're finally, our voices being heard, and we're it's only going to get better.
Who would you want to collab with, fashion designer-wise? Is that even a thing? Do designers collab with other designers? Or is that like frowned upon?
There could be a collaboration. It's more of like creative designers, that jump into a fashion house and collab. Who would I want to collab with?
I mean, while you're manifesting at this point.
I know. Damn.
Gotta be someone.
I know.
I know there's someone.
There is. These questions are a little tricky.
They're not. And she was so nervous.
Damn. I don't want to say something just to say it. And then it's like, that's the one I should have done. There was one person that I loved when he, and it's not a known brand, but when he won Project Runway, I was like obsessed. And it was Michael Costello. I love everything that he created and creates. That's someone that I would have wanted to collab with then. But yeah, no, I can't think of one right now.
Okay. I mean, you just had one, so that's good.
Yeah.
Fashion trends, let's talk about them. What fashion trends do you want to see go bye-bye? No more. No more.
Okay, can we get the dresses with the body printed?
Oh, is that what you don't like them?
I don't like that.
Really?
No. It gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it gotta go. It's just like, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
No.
What about fashion trends that are on the come up that we're gonna see more of?
So metallics are back.
Yo, Beyonce brought it back.
Yeah, no,
Beyonce brought it back.
Beyonce has this thing where she'll go MIA, but when she comes back, she gives everything.
Yeah.
I mean, she's such a great performer, but she's another fairy godmother, you know,
Yeah, she really
in this world. But metallics are in. We're getting a lot of denim.
Denim is really.
Denim,
I see
very
denim
much.
everything.
Yeah. So that's something that's coming back.
Which, by the way,
A lot of the
I loved when you did Lolitas.
Lolitas.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So she brought me the inspo and we put it together. Yeah, no, she killed
it.
Yeah, no.
Like that?
And that's another, you see, like working with other entrepreneurs, you know, being able to create, you know, and be part of whatever it is that they're working on. And I'm part of that moment.
Yeah.
I love working, you know, like I love the people that are, like I said, you know, if in better term, like the regular clientele that's every day coming in to support.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite people.
What do you want to be remembered for? It's like I go high and low. I give you a question that's fun, and then I'm like, yeah, what do you want to be remembered for? Miss Lunna.
I want to be remembered for how much I loved. I love so hard. And I want people to remember that, like my energy. I don't know, I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
I live my life so full, you know? And that's what I want. I want people to know that it's okay. You can do it all. You can do both. You can work, but you can still live your life to the max.
Yeah.
And I love enjoying my time. That's why they say, hey, I had a friend tell me, you're not gonna get married because you always want to be like, you know, like living your best life with all the people that you love. I want to put everybody in a little pot, like just mix everybody together.
Like a sancocho,
I love everybody. But yeah, no, I want to be remembered for that, like how I lived my life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like you always celebrate people. Like you're really
Oh,
good
yeah.
on like celebrating
I
your
love
friends
birthdays.
and yeah.
I love me a good birthday. I love it. I love celebrating birthdays.
Yeah.
If you don't celebrate my birthday,
It's over.
is it? No, yeah, no. But I've grown. I'm growing up on that one because, you know, as we get older, things get in the way, and you know, life gets in the way. So, as long as you're, you know, I know you're there for me. You know, if you missed a birthday, I'll let you slide. One slide.
Okay, one slide.
Yeah,
After that
one
is
slide.
over. Are you ready for the questions? Because we was on the phone and she was like, tell me you're Latina without telling me you're Latina.
Oh my God.
She was like, I know your questions already.
Yeah, no, I watch all the interviews. I love your page. So on our way here, I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna ask me that question.
Yeah.
I can't think of one because at the moment of when you're being asked, it's like it all blanks out. You know, like you can't think of something. But
tell me you're
try me.
Latina without telling me you're Latina. Let's go.
Not being on time.
Oh, That's a good one.
Not being
'Cause
on
that's so
time.
me.
Extra. Being
Extra,
so
extra.
extra.
All I want to be in life is extra.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's all I
what
want
we
to
are.
be in life.
We don't know how to whisper either, too.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food? Favorite Spanish
Ooh.
food?
My favorite Spanish food. I love Mexican food.
Me too.
Tacos. I could eat tacos every day.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, I love me some tacos.
What's one thing you need in the morning?
Oh my God. You ready?
I'm ready.
I need to have lemonade.
What?
Yeah.
That's random.
I know. I love lemonade. Lemonade
In
and
the
ginger.
morning?
Yeah. And ginger ale. I love ginger. Those are my favorite drinks. Yeah.
Okay. What's the last movie that made you cry with laughter? Like it was so funny that you cried.
I think the last movie I watched. I'm trying to think of all the movies that I've watched. Like the last movie I watched was Barbie. Barbie didn't make me cry, like laugh, cry. No, I can't tell you the movie that makes me cry every day. Every time I watch.
Don't tell me The Notebook. Is it The Notebook? Is it The Notebook? Are you serious?
Yeah, I cry all the time.
Yo, I watched that movie twice and I would never watch it again. I'm like, I can't watch it because it always makes me cry.
Yeah, no, I cry all the time.
Yeah, I'm never
when
watching
they lay on the bed.
Girl,
And that's
please
how
don't
I
take
am.
me back.
I love that.
Don't take me back.
Yeah, but I can't think because I'm more of a show person. Like I love watching Netflix shows.
Okay.
And I just recently finished. I watched like Hijack.
Nice.
You should watch that.
Okay. Right now I'm on Insecure. That's like because now they brought it to Netflix, so now I'm watching
I like
Insecure.
that. Yeah.
And then I watch. Oh my God, it's sick. It's sick. My God, it's on Amazon Prime. It's
What?
the Wonderful Life or the Life of Dolores Roach.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Ooh,
Sick.
I got one.
What?
Going back to your question. Firefly Lane on Netflix.
Never seen it.
About two friends, and the show just shows their friendship throughout three decades. When they were young in high school, as adults, trying to fulfill their careers, and then till the end. That show made me cry, laugh. Oh my God, I cried so much. So that's the show. Firefly Lane, you have to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's beautiful. Like I was calling my friends, like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I love you guys.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it and text you like I'm watching it.
Yeah,
now.
no, it's good shit. Like I love it.
What does it mean to you to be Latina?
Power. I feel so powerful. I love it. They love us.
Yeah, they do.
They love us.
They
I
do.
love it. I feel I'm so proud to be Latina. And to say like, where are you from? I'm Dominican. Like I love our culture.
What part of DR, by the way?
My parents are from a very small town called Esperanza Mao. It's what you call La Línea. It's up on the north, so it's after Santiago.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Being Latina means power, fearless. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, and last one. Finish this sentence. Growing up Latina is?
Unique.
Ooh. All right. Cheers to you. You made it.
I
First
made it
podcast
through.
interview. You did amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're not nervous
amazing.
anymore?
No, because you made me feel much better. I was freaking out, but no, you also have this aura, like you really pay attention and you are listening to what the person's telling you, like
Thank you.
it was very much like we were having a conversation in La Sala. Yeah, I loved it. Thank you so much for having me.
Gabriela Lunna. Shout out your Instagram, where people can find you.
My business page is Gabriela Lunna _. You can email us. You can send us a DM.
Hello.
But yeah, that's where you can reach us for any inquiries. Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you for
on the
having
show.
me so much.
Love you so much. Bye.